Yes, thank you so much, Semler. We're ready here. The grand finals is almost about to begin. I can't wait for it. Moses, are you ready as well?
I am absolutely pumped for this. This crowd has been amazing all day long. It's only going to get better here with the Astralis in the grand finals. They said it. Every single kill they get, they hear you guys. And that's going to be glorious here as we get live into the pistol round of these grand finals.
Yes, the audience is with us, and SK and Astralis, they're certainly ready as well. And look at this ridiculous push up the middle. Bolts will instantly return it. That was a good kill for Glaive, but Bolts is way too quick. Now they've stolen the the USP, and it's on Dennis as well. Cole to take one. And we talked about just what a monstrous player he can be. Glaive is down and out, Fallen, getting the headshot, looking for more. He's done so much damage already. It's just Sip and Dupree left, and they're dropping in numbers, leaving Dupree alone. 1 versus 3, he's gonna get a headshot. And tries to fall back here, but there's so much work ahead of him. Surely, there's no way, Moses.
No, I mean, this is gonna be so difficult, especially because he hasn't even picked up a USP. He's just got that Glock, and he's against so many different players, and they can just play it safe. They don't need to commit to any fights. It's going to be all ranged battles for Dupree as he wraps around. It's been a great pistol round for SK, and Dupree, he would love to just find one kill. There's an opportunity, but you can see, just hiding behind the box, Dupree's got to make an aggressive move. He has time, but it's just going to be so difficult, and Fallen's going to take him out. That's going to be SK with the pistol.
Great move. They didn't want to give him the space to take those fights. They said, listen, we've got 3 people, you're isolated in that corner, and when you're not coming out of there, you're going to have to fight just too many people all at once, so I like that from SK Gaming. They pick up the pistol round, and now they're going to invest into scouts. There's a couple of MP9s, UMP as well, so not so worried about the potential buys here on the Astralis side. Not going for the M4s and the FAMASs that we've seen a lot of.
Yes, well, I mean, SK is a team that loves these SMGs, so they're going to want to build up the bonus money. You know, Fur, you know, guys like Cold Zera, they do get a bit aggressive on these kinds of rounds. They do want to go hunt down these kills and take them out, so no surprises there, but being pretty reserved. It's just Fur who's checking towards underpass. He's got Fallen backing him up with that scout. Deagle's shot rings out from top mid, but it doesn't land on anything. It's pretty defaulty, and actually Fur's tired of it. He wants to go into the action right now, and he takes his opportunity, misses, and now he falls away. Doesn't want to overcommit.
It really feels like you can only leave Fur alone doing nothing for so long before he gets, you know, the jitters and has to go look for a fight somewhere. Didn't really work out so well in the pistol round, but it's one of the things that makes him very hard to play against. Somehow Glaive has made his way down towards the truck. Now he is sort of sandwiched in, and Taco will take him down, no problem. So good play over on that side. Now let's see, 4 versus 5, still 45 seconds left here, and they're bringing the bomb over towards the A ramp. Without a smoke, how are they going to get the bomb down, though?
That's the question, isn't it? Shots like that might help out. The M4 and Bolts playing a retake. He doesn't want to commit to these fights. Fallen's here now. That can help him get aggressive, and 2 quick kills for SK. Astralis was able to make it towards the bomb site, but like you said, no smoke, no utility, and not enough kills coming out to buy him the time to get the plant. Ooh. The head of Taco is showing, but Dupree can't line it up, but he gets that one right through the edge of the wall.
That was very well read, turning around for it, but he's only got 10 seconds, and is he going to try and save the armor in the MP9? That's not necessarily a great choice. If you live through the round on the T side, you don't get any loss bonus, so he's going to have what he has here.
Yes, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but that's definitely going to hurt going forward. So we'll see how that affects him into the 4th round, but definitely, I think, an unfortunate circumstance of how that round plays out. But a couple great shots from Dupree. Deagle has been phenomenal lately. He's got a chance here to do a bit more economic damage.
3rd round coming up. Yes, that MP9, I mean, if he can get even 1 kill with it, that's certainly going to help him out quite a bit from having lived through that round, which seems like a good thing, although it isn't always. Aggressive grenade coming in, and again, Fur looking for an opening, taking down Glaive. And he's still waiting around. Such an aggressive player, putting a lot of pressure on Astralis very early on.
This is a big investment for Astralis in this 3rd round as well. They're completely bought out into it, and they're not gaining anything. Fur is just a menace. Oh, what a turnaround from Dupree. All of a sudden, this round is up in the air. And even Zipnik's chiming in. He's got the B bomb site as well. He can prevent the rotations, a turn of events. Bolts and Fallen have to try and get back into this.
And he has the CC out over there instead. He's not relying on the UMP. He wants to get a quick kill. Bolts the target, but he has the M4. Such a powerful... Oh, he doesn't check the corner all the way. Sip does a lot of damage, but not able to get the kill. And Dave, They've bamboozled them, Moses. They've run back to the A-bomb side instead. The smoke is up, and looks like it will be a bomb plant here. A little bit too much distance between SK and Astralis, so the bomb is going to go down, and let's see what they can do. 2 versus 2 here.
What can they do? Bolts has a nade. They've got no kit. They've got to hurry this up. dupreeh, he can be taken out by that HE grenade. Where does Bolts place it? It's going to be so critical because that would alleviate a lot of the problems. They're trying to find anything they can. There's the jump up. He spots him out, and he gets the kill in the air. Meanwhile, Dennis has rotated around to mid.
He's there with the Deagle, doing a lot of damage, taking down one, and Fallen is still on the defuse. It's a 10-second defuse, and Dennis walking in, not hitting the shot, and he goes down. And there's not going to be enough time. Fallen has to run away. He got the kill, but Astralis somehow pick up the round. Well then.
No kits make that impossible, and Dennis does just enough. A bit scary because he actually lets Fallen stay on the bomb for quite some time.
If Fallen had the kit, that would have been it.
He would have been over.
He would have had it.
Does just enough to get him off at the end. So miraculous as well. That's actually such an important win for Astralis considering how much they invested into that. And it didn't look likely to do anything. Regardless, SK is still in this. Fallen's got the AWP. They've got 4 M4s beside it. Not a whole lot of nades, but players like this, you don't necessarily need it. Nades coming out, doing some chip damage onto KRB.
Yeah, but a really good job. You really want that when you've got a lot of M4s like this. Even taking, you know, just 20 damage off of someone means if you get into a spray battle,
yes,
you just need the 3 bullets instead of the 4, and that really makes a big difference. You can sort of measure how quick that is. Over at the B side, it's only one person holding. Taco, no grenades left. Cold goes down. Taco's in a lot of trouble. He does a great job taking down KRB and Glaive, and now he has to stay alive a little bit longer, and they're going to go for it, peeking straight away. Dennis with the headshot, Fallen, bringing it right back. AWP from the kitchen to take him down, and it's still a 2-on-3 here. SK looking good in this round. They need a bit more. Sip will take down Bolts. Bomb is planted, but it's a 2-on-2. Oh, the flip! Somehow, dupreeh survives on just 13 health, and that leaves Fur in a 1-on-2.
And how is he going to do this one? He's got to find them both, but the AWP has been recovered. It won't matter. Zipnix puts him down. Glaive hyping up the crowd as they even things up at 2-2. And that's going to do it. That's going to put SK back onto pistols. SK does a pretty cool thing there. It doesn't work out in the end, but instead of trying to defend both B and Catwalk, Taco and coldzera combine to just stop the Catwalk portion of the attack, believing they can spin and turn and deal with B later on. It just doesn't work out for him. Zipnix has a great angle. The AWP of dupreeh rings true. Bolts is down. And it's aggression in towards Palace. Fallen finds himself a kill. Now they've got to pressure forward. dupreeh with another, but there's more SK players to deal with, and the Molotov should block them off. Actually running right through the flames. Fallen's going to get one more. How has he done that? It's just coldzera left. And this might actually surprise Astralis. They hadn't seen coldzera push this as well.
Still not spotting him out. Could get a kill, but Glaive is there at the perfect time. Taking down coldzera. What a shame. That could have been a really big opening. I'm still shocked that Fallen didn't get that flick kill on dupreeh, because dupreeh was crouched, so it's actually kind of difficult to get a leg shot in on someone who's crouched like that. But 2-on-3 now, 2 versus 3 here for the scoreline. 6th round coming up now. AWP still in the hands of dupreeh, obviously. Fallen's picked up one on the other side, and SK still in the money.
dupreeh again going to go for another pick. The smoke is up though, and actually takes a lot of damage from dupreeh because of it. Still haven't seen that trademark aggression out of a player like Fur on this map. Fallen just stares right into the flashbang, eats it and stays posted up. Dennis takes a lot of damage as well, so big advantage in that department for SK. And now we're starting to see some of these SK players take the initiative with some of these fights. KRB going to smoke off the window. They've got mid control. SK hasn't challenged it a whole lot. They're content to just contain.
I love that boost from Fallen, looking all the way over the smoke. It's something that we've seen Kenny do so much in the past, and he's so good at making that jump out the window. What can Astralis do? They have so much mid control, and as we saw in the map intro, that's something that really matters a lot on a map like Mirage. It opens up that second avenue into the B bomb side, and it looks like that's where the action is going to be. 2 members of SK holding strong here. Taco missing a big opening to take down Dennis right away, but he's going to get it the second time. Taco getting a great flick in, but it's not enough. Taking down Glaive, still a 3-on-3, and it should be a bomb plant. There is a very long rotation coming in from Fur as well.
That's so much ground given up over to Astralis. You only do that if you're SK with some of the best players in the world. Zipnix, that's a great flashbang, almost gets a kill for it. It's all down to this flank. The timing. Is Tafuri gonna read it? No. He gets dropped. Now Astralis are aware of the danger.
Sip and Kiev, you have to hold on. SK invested a lot into this round. If they could steal it away from them, it's going to go a long way in this first half. Bolts moving in closer. Sip in a really awkward corner. He picks up one, but he's still got two more left. Goes for the fight, and Fallen will take him down. And this time, oh, they don't actually have the defuse kit, but I think they've got just enough time. It's a little bit scary here. SK Gaming, so close. And I'm shocked that Astralis is having such a good time attacking this B bomb side. SK will pick up the round.
Yes, I'm actually surprised that we didn't see someone from Astralis, considering the time that they had. No one kind of realized the flank was a point of danger for that retake. It's quite nice from SK, one of the most patient teams we have in those scenarios. But this is a big play from Taco because, like I said, they gave up so much space. Both players playing at the back of the bomb site right around that bench. If Taco doesn't get that second kill, that round just might be over at that very point. So the fact he's able to recover in a 1 versus 5 to find 2 is very, very impressive, very important.
But they still have money on the Astralis side, which is absolutely critical. SK Gaming lost a lot of members that last round. They want to keep the pressure up here on the Danish side and try and see if they can force the Brazilians to save once again. Double AWP setup though that's actually just really frightening when you're playing SK Gaming.
Oh yeah, it's this duo with the AWPs is so dangerous, and there's one reason why. Fallen finds the opening pick, and coldzera gets the other one. The switch into the double AWP, perhaps catching Astralis off guard. They think they know where the AWP is on Fallen, not realizing yet that coldzera has one. Well, they've learned the lesson. To see what adjustments they can make into the next round because of that. A run boost to gain some ground quickly.
Yeah, that could definitely catch an AWP off guard, but SK very good at moving around and being dynamic. Somehow he gets almost looked like a pre-fire there. Taking down Fallen. Now they've got some grenades in, applying a bit of pressure onto Cold. We're very low on time right now, Astralis. 40 seconds left to try and make it onto the site. Boost almost working out in their favor, but now they're weirdly stuck in the center of the map. Can they actually get the kill on Fur? They've got him trapped in, and Kiebu takes him down. Just like that, it's a 3-on-3. How has this happened? SK Gaming, they had everything going for them. Now Bolts has to stay alive and do a good job. Taking down Dennis is a good start. And the grenade, not going to be enough for a kill. Sip up on the... So Kiebu up on the box, has to fall back. 2 versus 3 here as Sip does get the kill. Headshot from Kiebu comes in, and there's Bolts going down. I have no idea how they turned that around, Astralis. It looked like they were stuck in the center of the map, and they managed to fight their way out.
That's a big kill onto Fallen and Connector to open things up and really establish mid-control for Astralis. But also curious why, you hate to question one of the legends, but why is he stuck around in a 5 versus 3 with 19 HP? You can fall away and use the range of that AWP. coldzera as well, forced back by utility. And for some reason, SK... some form of miscommunication. They lost track of that connector, and Caribbe's able to just walk up and get a great flank onto Fur and find progress into that bomb site. This is an area where Astralis may be able to take advantage of this moving forward as well, because SK with Bolts, they like to play a lot more retake on that A bomb site. They like to play him back at the ticket booth, and they just know that they can retake that bomb site if it comes down to it, especially in the mid rounds. So Astralis can find avenues to aggress upon that site.
Obviously, it's very early days, but mentally, that's one of the rounds that's definitely going to take its toll on SK Gaming. They knew they had that one big opening, big investment in the double AWP, and now it's all gone.
Yes, they have pretty much nothing. Couple deagles to speak of in this round on Fallen on Taco. Astralis have grabbed control of this opening map. And not a whole lot of finesse in this round. This is essentially looking like a 1-4 split. Glaive gonna work his way up catwalk quickly. The other 4 just going headstrong into the B bomb site. coldzera here with the USP. They don't search him out. They are gonna find him. Grabs 1 kill, but not a whole lot of danger to follow that up. Utility out into the choke points, and it should be easy from here on out for Astralis.
Yeah, out towards the catwalk, I think Taco held the deagle, so that could have been the other side of that, but it didn't really work out for them. P250 here, doing some chip damage to Kiebu, and it looks like instead they might want to save some of these pistols to the next round, and why not really?
Yeah, they got reset hard. They're going to have to double save. That investment into the double AWP was brutal for their economy, so it's going to be 2 rounds they're sitting out. So in this situation where they know they can't get any more progress done right now, bring it forward in the next round, see what you can do. Astralis is going to get up towards 5 with a great chance of getting up towards 6 by the end of this, before we see rifles back in the hands of SK.
It will be another round for the Danish team. Bolt's not able to save that P250, a bit of a shame. Deagle, obviously, the really fun one. See how they do.
Just thinking it was getting chilly up here.
Yeah? You were lacking for a bit of heat. Maybe we get a bit more in the later rounds here, Moses, I'm sure.
Well,
what do you do if you're SK Gaming now? They've tried, there's been quite a bit of mid-aggression for Fur. Obviously, maybe this round is a bit of a wash, but once they get rifles again...
There's two things we haven't quite seen yet. If you're SK, you know, it's whether it's Cold Zero, whether it's Fur, getting aggressive down the A ramp, it's probably going to be Fur, knowing him. Also Fallen with the op, that angle he likes to hold at the top of A ramp as well can be very deadly. They haven't had a whole lot of aggression on the A side of the map, so if you're going to lose mid and if you're not going to challenge for it and you're not going to fight like we've kind of seen from SK, they don't seem to want to do that. Try maybe taking ground elsewhere.
But Taco hiding in the corner, they don't spot him, and he gets a big kill, going for more. Bolts is there with the AK, taking down Kirby, and just like that, it's a one-on-one. Taco. Suddenly a ninja, what a great play. And Dennis is on the other side, revealing himself. There's so much time. The grenade, it does so much damage, no armor, and Taco can't follow it through. Dennis to take him down with a triple. The crowd is loving it. But part of me wanted Taco to win that. He did everything he could.
It, right? You almost feel for him there. But Dennis has almost become an honorary Dane for the weekend. He's been huge for Astralis to get here.
Well, they've definitely come alive. I hope everyone watching at home can get a sense for just what the atmosphere is like here at the Royal Arena. Soak it up, enjoy it. 6-3 the scoreline. Astralis coming back very strong after a really tough start and a big risk. Remember, they forced into that round that they won early on, and it could have gone horribly wrong.
Oh, it could have gone terribly. I was frightened for it. This time they're going to make things simple. Justin execute onto this A bomb site, and Bolts and Fur have to get some things done. 2 ops on a retake. They're both on the B side of the map, and if they can't get enough damage done on the initial hit, that could be all over for SK in this round. Flashes, Molotovs everywhere, smokes in the choke points. There's Bolts with 1 kill. It's huge, but Zipnix trades him out. And now everyone else is stuck behind the smoke. Astralis should be able to get into the site, but this boost, we've seen it do damage in the past.
Oh, but it's headshot angle for Kiev, who takes the kill and drops Fallen as well. What a way to capitalize on that. I was loving everything about that boost, but the smoke faded right next to him, and he just couldn't react in time. Taco and Cold, obviously, saving is probably going to be on the menu here. What else can you do at that point in time? Bolts was so isolated. He got that kill, which is great, but there was no one there to back him up.
And he was playing inside the site as well, and that's why when you look at it, I mentioned Astralis can find ways of attacking this A bomb site that are going to be successful. This time inside the bomb site, he's got nowhere to fall back to. It's fight to the death in that scenario, and because of the smokes, Fur couldn't get to him. Because of the 2 ops, they can't make some kind of a quick play to jump through the smokes and bail him out. There was no real options for SK in that round, so just a tactical outplay by Astralis there is going to net them their 7th.
Surviving with 4 members. Taco with the M4, Cold on the other side with the AWP. Listen, Brazilian Counter-Strike took my mind as one of the most entertaining brands of Counter-Strike in the whole world. One of the reasons that it is because sometimes when they're down and really under a lot of pressure like this, you see some of the craziest play come out. I mean, would it be out of the question to see someone like Cold sort of really go for it here and try and see if he could just bring his team back?
No, you need it at this point. You need it from someone, and I mean, the desk had the whole conversation. Is he a player that we can actually consider to be the best in the world? Was it Duncan that said that he would put his money on Cold Zero winning you a grand final as a star player? Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of time where you expect someone like him to step up. Same with Fur. We haven't, like we mentioned a couple times, he hasn't been as successful with that aggression. We haven't seen the attempts come out from him. It's been all playmaking by Astralis, and this was gorgeous from Kirby.
Yeah, the timing is so good. The first kill, but then, you know, realizing there must have been a second player there because of the boost. I'm going to go find him right away. Very aggressive. 7-3, moving into the 11th round. We'll see what they can do here. SK Gaming, how do they get back in this game? Suddenly, it slipped through their fingers, at least part of the first half here. It can still be turned around, though. And one of the things I love here is Fallen on that ramp with the Mag 7.
Question is, does Bolts want to get aggressive with him and bait for him just a little bit. He's going to need someone to take the attention. Bolts is watching for Palace. Dennis and Kirby in mid. There's the pop flash coming up right off the ramp. Zipnik's going to check it, and it's clinical. Fur's got one kill. It's the player boosted up, and Bolts finds another. They've held off the attack. Now the bomb is still in T-spawn. That could be a problem for Astralis moving forward. And Dennis saying, I'm going to make the play. He gets up the ramp. He finds Bolts. That's you, Dan, another one. Glaive has found Taco as well. And coldzera is shell-shocked. How quickly this just turned to him being alone.
Dennis the Menace, every single time, he just runs and guns. He's got no fear at all playing this game right now. Cold, he can still do this. AWP in hand, and he's going to go down to the pre. Somehow gets caught off guard, and now Astralis they've caught fire. They've got 5 in a row. SK Gaming struggling economically as well. What are they going to do? Time is simply running out for them here in the first half.
They don't have a lot more time. Yeah, you're exactly right. There's not a whole lot left that they can play with. I think maybe you sit out this one last round in terms of you have the full losing bonus built up. So they've kind of invested a little into this round, but this is the last time, really. The next round, you're going to have a full buy, all the utility, any weapon you could want, and that's your last chance to kind of try and get up to 7 in this half, or trying to get up to 6, excuse me. And you'll just need to start winning out.
Someone's watching for... He just goes for a quick shoulder. Try and smoke his way back out, see if he could maybe get back into connector. Does make it through. Taco taking a lot of damage on the other side, but right now, any kind of crazy deagle or CC kill would absolutely be needed for this to work out in favor of SK Gaming.
This is a round Astralis has really toned down the aggression, the speed, allowing Dennis to kind of be the only player up close towards window, probing the rest of them in basically a straight line on the mini-map, not progressing across the map. They want to look for any kind of sneaky business, any kind of aggression, and Zipnix has found some. That's Bolts taken out, although Zipnix is going to have to be passive in the Palace. And there's coldzera. He does find Glaive on the smoke.
Oh, and it gives up an AK-47. A little bit scary. Almost friendly fire there as Fallen does go down. The scout is out of play. Cold. He's got not that much HP. He does have armor at least, but he can't defeat Kirby. The angle was just a little bit too awkward this time for tapping away long range. Look at the damage done to Sip and Kirby. I mean, Bolts could have won that fight against Sip in the hallway early. It could have been different. But Astralis survived that scare. 9-3 the scoreline. Six round lead, and now we're back with a double off.
SK has been reliant on this double off. This is what they've wanted to run the whole half, and it's kind of crazy to think it hasn't panned out for them. We haven't seen a whole lot of success come out of this setup. In fact, at times we've seen it actually kind of bite them a little bit because it's preventing them from being able to retake, preventing them from being as aggressive and dynamic, and even Fallen down to 60 HP right at the start of this round due to nades, due to utility. That's great from Astralis.
Dupree, he's playing with fire right now. Walking through that smoke while someone's shooting into it. Getting the timing almost perfect there. Maybe Taco could have been reloading on the other side. Now, Fallen's pushed up very far. Look at the map control they have right now, SK Gaming. Surely this is a winning strategy.
Yes, and I mean, Fallen's pushed up, you're exactly right. He's getting a lot of information, but they haven't actually learned the correct answer from it. No one's rotated over. It's still Bolts just playing retake. Now I think they're finally doing it. Yeah, he's starting to hear the footsteps, so you can see coldzera rotating over. He'll get there just in time, but again, it's a question of whether these ops can be effective in front of the smokes rather than behind it.
It's going to be a default A execute, but Fallen, the audio information that he got from them running in spawn was enough. Now, they've got every single member of SK Gaming here towards the A side. If this doesn't work, I'm not sure what will. The Molotov's doing quite a bit, and Kirby down to 3 health, barely staying alive, and the grenade will finish him off. Bolts. A bit of a dunk on him. Now, Dennis trying to see if he can push in again. He's carrying the bomb. But it is a man lead here for SK Gaming, and time is simply running out. Bolts not guessing the angle, and somehow the bomb plant actually comes through. So Astralis, they've got that going for them. 4 versus 5 still, and SK Gaming, the retake is on. Fur making sure no one's coming up from the middle, while the rest are getting ready for this retake. So many smokes still on the site. Clearing up finally. They need this. Dennis with a headshot on Fallen, taking him down. Fur has to come in big, and he's going to get that kill on Sip. 4 versus 3. Dupree to cover 1. A jumping shot from Taco. And Glaive and Dupree, they tap the bomb once. Taco is there with the kill. And now it's all on Dupree. 1 versus 2. They're defusing right in front, and he goes down to Bolts. And that will be the defuse coming through. Not that much time left. In fact, the last couple of seconds, SK Gaming, they pick up the round. Not easy, but they make it.
Yeah, but that's a last-second defuse in a round where they had essentially all 5 players of SK there. Astralis making them earn every single round that they get. Finally now it looks a bit better for SK though, in the sense it's another full buy. They're back to the double op setup, but this time they have all the nades. They've got 3 kits to work with as well. It's just Fur who's missing the utility. With still Astralis in a big lead and a huge control of this matchup. Look at the aggressiveness from KRB. He doesn't care anymore. He loves it. He's going to keep moving forward. Bolts is going to be forced away by the Molotov. KRB finally shut down by Fallen, but it's an even trade.
That was a critical call from Bolts. He saw how far up they were and he called it to Fallen. Otherwise, I'm not sure he would have been ready for that shot. Excellent communication out of SK Gaming. That might have just saved a lot for them. It's still a 4-on-4. Now, grenades in the corner, clearing that up. Taco jumping and not seeing anyone. Another retake is what's on the menu here for the Brazilian boys. And Dupree's actually holding the middle. Very aggressive coming out here. Another trade in. Sip and Bolts both out. Still a 3-on-3, and that mid player in Dupree is going to be a big problem for SK Gaming. They need something, and there's Fallen picking off one, going for the scope again. Second kill coming in, and he takes down Dennis, and Dupree, he can't see a thing. They're right in front, defusing the bomb. The smoke, oh my God! Dupree taking 2 and falling back, going for the shot. No way! You gotta be kidding me! Dupree winning the round!
There is no explanation for that. Dupree had no business winning it. Surely not, Anders. They just seem to be fated to do everything right in this matchup.
It's going to be a long time before we see anything like that. 10-4. SK had everything going right. They did it perfectly. One shot through the smoke, changing the course of history here. Glaive to go down. Coldzera fighting to keep his team afloat in this first half. 4 rounds is definitely not very good here on CT side of Mirage. Taco, oh, what a flicker! Oh my God, Taco taking down Dennis. It's gonna continue the madness right here at the grand finals. Is it ever gonna end? Kebu going down a bold side. I have no idea what's happening. Taco hitting an even more incredible level, and now Dupree. This time, I don't think it's gonna work out. Getting the kill on Taco, but they just have to play this one safe. 3 versus 1. He's gonna go and isolate a player. He almost gets that. Just play it cool now.
Surely he's used up all of his good fortune in that previous round. 45 seconds left in this 1-on-3. He's gotta hope for a mistake. And he's found Coldzera. Still alive. Fur and Bolts trying to get together. This bomb is going to get planted as they rotate into position, but somehow Dupree has another chance.
Yeah, there should be absolutely no way in any universe that this can work out. 1 versus 4. AWP, they knew where he was. The bomb is down. And now they're going to try and double push him. They don't have a kit currently picked up. That's a big problem. He gets another kill. Taken down. Boom! Oh! Again and again, Dupree winning it for Astralis. 11-4. History in the making, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't fight that if you're SK. There's nothing you can do. Dupree is having himself one hell of a game. And it's Zonic who's telling him to calm down. Celebrations at halftime. They've still got more to do.
I don't know if I've ever seen back-to-back rounds like this ever before in my life. 11-4. The crowd has gone absolutely mad here. The Royal Arena. It's only the first half, Moses.
I know. There's a whole series to go, and the crowd is loving it. I don't know what you talk about if you're SK. There's no good answer to this of what you exactly discuss as a team.
I think at this point you've got to remind yourself that you've got the caliber of player to deal with this. You just have to find it. We've seen SK do this before.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Astralis might have even taken a tactical pause at halftime just to get like the extra 15 seconds to calm down. That's unreal.
That's just not supposed to happen. That is not supposed to happen. Pistol in the second half. Taco with a great shot. Shutting down Dupree. That must feel good.
Listen, that's probably good for Dupree. Bring him back down to reality early on.
4 versus 5 here. An absolute must-win round for the Brazilian side, though. Kjaerbye taking care of Taco. Big risk pushing forward like this. He's going to expose himself from every angle. Kjaerbye, another headshot comes in looking for the triple. But he's out of bullets, and Fallen eventually going to be able to take him down. Still a 3-on-3. They need the bomb plant. Here's Glaive with a headshot dropping. Fallen and Sip, very smart falling back. They have the bomb, and now this long-range fight, not good for SK Gaming. Glaive with a headshot. Cold, 16 health. He's going to be dropped. Astralis absorbing the aggression there on the A side. And Kjaerbye just hitting some beautiful shots.
You love that. Obviously, the first one's easy. No one's even looking at him. But the confidence to get aggressive there, to hold the angle and pick one more off just before they even can progress into the bomb site. Great work from him as the first line of defense. And Astralis continues their run of pistol rounds. They've had a great job with it at this tournament. It's been one of the big criticisms. There's an opening kill for Fallen. Kjaerbye again. Remember, at the end of the first half, he was getting so aggressive. He was essentially rushing this A bomb site, and he's going to continue it here. Continue with the pressure and the aggression. Now he's switching up towards Palace. Taco's been distracted, and Kjaerbye is going to pounce as he hears the footsteps run away, gathering information. And now, moving into the position just vacated by Taco.
Yeah, he's actually slowly chasing him down. Could hear the hops every once in a while on the other side. Taco's going to be going down, so you're right. The aggression out of Kjaerbye continues here in the second half. Going to be a little bit hard to deal with on the SK side. Can we get another headshot from Fallen here? That scout might be the only thing working for them. Great leg shot, at least on Dennis. Doing a bit more, trying at least. Going to make his way into the window. So being incredibly mobile with the sniper. How do they get back in this round? They're a man down. Bomb in that window. They need one good kill, some kind of opening here.
Fallen's got the bomb as well, and he's leading the way with the scout. Incredibly bold. Kjaerbye's still here. Zipnix has spotted one. That might try and lure Kjaerbye out of his position. They haven't cleared it just yet. Looks like he's going to line up for it. Oh, there he is. Fallen's found him. Now the A bomb site is lost. They actually did the fake just enough to pull Astralis out of A. So the plant's going to go down. Coldzera's in great position. This is going to be so tough for Astralis. They've got a really, really big job to do here.
What a mentally strong team SK are. They're in so much trouble right now in this game, but they're not bending out of it. It's a 3-on-3. The bomb is down. Sip trying to get in. Cold missing the chance. And Fur goes down. Fallen gets a headshot on Dupree. It's not done yet. The captain is still alive, and he's got the CC out as well. Yeah, right on top of him. He's going to go for the shoulder peek. No one defusing yet. Fallen doing it. Getting the quad. And Sip, he doesn't have anything. He has to just go for the 10-second defuse. I'm not even sure there's going to be enough time. He has to back off. Somehow Fallen has done it. Oh my God. What an incredible turnaround here.
That's unreal. SK's able to come back into that. But listen, this is a team, this SK side, they play the T side of Mirage so well. They're going to do a lot of feints towards the B bomb site. They're going to go off mid control, and they really do a phenomenal job of picking defenses apart. Astralis has got to do better of making sure they don't fall for just some pressure coming from Catwalk. That time they got sucked into it. They got lured away from the A site.
That is the first step in the right direction for SK Gaming. Now a lot of this second half is going to come down to the money game, and Astralis really don't have that much, as you can tell. The FAMAS, the M4 there on Sip. It's going to be stretched out here in the beginning. If SK can start to put together 3-4 rounds in a row here, then it's going to get interesting again.
Glaive is alone at A. Dupree and Kjaerbye together, trying to control mid, trying to keep the information, trying to keep presence here. Stuck Dennis over at the B bomb site as the anchor. Zipnix is going to be the player that rotates. And still, Astralis has no idea yet of what's coming. Dupree just peeks mid now for information, and actually he missed it. He missed Fur falling back. He hasn't seen Coldzera as well. Either way, they're making the proper rotation. It's going to be 3 players for Astralis at this A side. This is going to be hard fought for SK.
Smoke timing there for Glaive, actually playing a bit aggressive right on the edge of it. Still not easy to win that fight against all the SK members that are going to be coming in on the other side. Something that worries me is the fact that we only have 35 seconds. As Fur goes down, they need to get out. Bolts with a great headshot, taking down Glaive. Still a 4-on-4, and now look at the rotation coming in all the way on the other side. Dupree with a deagle, and he has to really leg it. It's going to have to be quick here. Sip is alone on the site, and he can't get that flick. Bolts with a perfect double opening. Now they're on the site. Not much left here for SK. They just need this bomb plant. Dupree is going to be just a couple of seconds late, and Fallen turning around to take him down. Dennis and Kjærby, almost impossible here. 2 versus 4, looking for the fight, and it's going to be exchanged immediately. Great opening. Bolts just doing so much work in this round.
Yeah, that's a great job by Bolts. Just with a Galil as well. 3 kills for him. A couple nice headshots to really open things up. As Famas is going to be saved, but Astralis, they have no money. They have nothing to fight with after this. It's basically going to be just this weapon on Kjærby. Likely going to be a double save scenario you would imagine out of this side, out of the Astralis team. So SK finding ways to close the gap. Astralis is not done yet.
I feel like every team that are currently in the top 15 even in Counter-Strike has had at least a couple of games in their career where they've been so far ahead of SK that they thought, listen, this is fine. We've got it in the bag. It's all good. I know Astralis certainly have, and you could just never say that. It doesn't matter how many rounds they have. They can always find a way back, and that's worth remembering right now. Even if they've got half the rounds that Astralis do not count them out.
No, it just takes one more timely reset of the economy for SK Gaming to get back into this. So we'll have to see how well Astralis can recover from this setback. 12-6 in the first map of the Grand Finals. And Fur, the signature Mac-10, he's hungry. He wants these kills. He wants the bonus money.
Playing for confidence a little bit too, probably. Getting back into the rhythm. Jumping right into Dupree's face. Going to be him going down. Sip is next in line. Dennis, the last one left on the A-bomb side with the USP. So very clean round. No issue at all here. And SK Gaming pick it up to win round number 7.
Somewhere there's a lonely SK fan cheering his heart out in this arena.
I love that guy. That guy was amazing.
He was great, wasn't he?
12-7. And the lead, the gap, slowly closing here.
I thought we'd see a double save. Astralis is actually going to go into this one. They've got 4 M4s, no kits, which is something to keep your eye on. So retakes are going to have to be quicker. Oh, look at this from SK. Right off the bat. They want to push into the A-bomb site. Dennis and Dupree going to get top mid. It's actually Glaive who's under pressure, and he can do nothing. The Mac-10 gets the kill. It's an MP9 that he's dropped, so no reason to trade it out. But SK starting to make progress through this site. Bolts, that's a big kill. Kjærby's not ready for it, and now the rest of Astralis is locked out. Cold Zera's going to be on the flank as well.
It's got to be time for a tactical timeout soon for Astralis. They're stumbling just a little bit when they can't afford to. 3 versus 5. Unless SK make a big mistake right now, this is going to be a great round for them. Sip, I have no idea how that's a headshot, but it is. Taking down Bolts. 3 versus 4, and so much time has passed, they're going to have to give it up. A bit unfortunate there, because Glaive actually puts a flashbang into the middle to try and help that top mid push. Nice from Cold Zera. And then, because he's throwing that flashbang, he's just not quite ready for that push.
No, it's another situation where it's just a flat out, right out of spawn, that's a call from SK, and it just happens to work out at the perfect time for the exact defense that was being opposed by Astralis. And this is the dangerous part now. They can't lose too many of these guns at the end, and they're not going to. But without the double save, with choosing to invest in that round, Astralis has put themselves in a dangerous situation of allowing SK to have a huge comeback due to the strength of their economy alone. This next time that Astralis buys is going to be critical.
Yeah, they have to start putting rounds on the board here in the second half. They did such a good job. But right now, it's getting just a little bit tricky. 12-8 is the scoreline. And the match is temporarily paused, timeout, and we should be getting back into it now. 2 M4s in play, so they could do something this round.
They could, and you're going to want to put these in situations. I mean, I don't know if you want to do it aggressive again, but you want these 2 M4s to be the first point of contact for the Astralis defense, and that's why sometimes you'll see them get aggressive, is because if you just let them play passive and try and buddy them up with the USP, sometimes they just get bypassed. So sometimes you want to choose to be the aggressor in order to make sure that the M4s can attempt to have an impact. Dupree's going to take his towards Catwalk, Dennis, and Connector, so they've at least put them centralized on the map. No appearance from SK quite yet. They've had a couple changes of pace here on this T side so far that have Astralis kind of guessing of what's coming.
So far, SK have played this second half beautifully. Fallen, trying to bait out someone on this side, and dupreeh somehow hitting that shot. Must have been slightly through something, but headshot nonetheless on Fallen, down to 54. And Kjaerbye with the deagle, which is sometimes fun to watch. Certainly in the past, he's hit some good shots.
Still nothing yet. Kjaerbye's gonna go hunting with that deagle. He gets dropped by Fur. Patiently waiting for that. The M4s, both of them still have presence in mid. dupreeh's gonna be blocked off by a smoke. It's Dennis who's gotta try and find something, and it's Taco from Palace to take him out. That's one of the rifles gone. Glave's gotta get aggressive. Both seem to be ready for it, so is Fallen. And dupreeh is alone once again. And there's no right answer in this scenario for dupreeh, and he's gonna be hunted down by Fur. So SK, they're getting closer. It's now 9-12.
Man, the tone of this game has really changed. Not that long ago, Dennis and Kjaerbye were very aggressive, running all over the map and just sort of having a great time. And now you can tell they're not quite as confident. SK Gaming are slowly crawling back in the game. 9-12, 22nd round coming up. Double up for Astralis, so looking for a similar kind of answer here as the one that SK found when they were on the CT side.
Yeah, dupreeh and Dennis with the AWPs. One in mid, one towards the B bomb site. Xyp9x is gonna spam up towards the halls, not get anything. Little bit of damage onto Fur. Again, patience though. Fallen has really slowed down this SK offense. Question becomes, when does he pick up the aggression again? When does the speed come back? And if you're Astralis, that's what you've got to be wondering.
Controlling every part of the map. There's no chance that anyone from Astralis right now could sneak in behind enemy lines, get into the palace or anything like that. They really do have it all covered, but eventually they've got to group up, and it sort of feels like we're starting to gravitate towards the A side of the map. The bomb being there in T-spawn. Taco maybe able to set up one kill would be enough up from that palace area. dupreeh has to fall back. A lot of pressure on him right now. They're jumping right into him. He misses the shot, and Fallen to pick it up. The spray comes in, but it's nowhere near enough. Fallen with a big double opening, and Dennis, Xyp, the last two left here.
There's a lot of ground, a lot of respect being given over to SK, and they're gonna love that. They're gonna chew you up if that's what's gonna happen, if this defense allows it. Especially with a double op setup, you have to challenge to some degree in middle, try and get a pick. But if you're gonna give them control of the middle portion of the map for 40 seconds, this is what's gonna happen. A split towards the A bomb site is supremely effective. And that's a lot of money that's down the drain for Astralis. Xyp9x's location is found out in a 1 versus 3. He's gonna switch over to the AK, but still, he's likely gonna have to fight his way out if he wants to keep this gun alive.
Might be that he could find the perfect route here. Taco's not gone up the ladder, so maybe Xyp could stay safe for a moment. But yeah, you see dupreeh's dilemma when he's playing towards that connector. There's no one there that can back him up. There's no one playing catwalk on the other side, no one else playing in window, so when pressure's on him, he's the only one there that can really stop them. Unfortunately,
he actually had a pretty decent angle to take that fight. If that's the fight he was looking for with the op, he had one, but he adjusted his position, and it was just at a weird angle where Fallen was out of his field of view.
10-12, not that long ago, it was looking very different. Looked like Astralis were ready to sweep the map away. Not really the case anymore. Xyp still saving the AK-47, that's something, but the money for SK, it's terrifying. 12,000 on Taco, 10 on Ferb, 10 on Cold Zero. It's looking impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a long time for Astralis to eat away at that. SK Gaming has put themselves in a great position towards the ending portions of this map to just have whatever they want, the best chance to complete this comeback. It's Fallen at the top of the scoreboard, 24-13 for him. Remember, he had some of those critical kills in the second round of this half that allowed them to even turn the tables on Astralis. It was all looking so good. The last half ended with 2 miraculous rounds from dupreeh. Those seem so long ago now that SK has made this comeback happen. 12-10. And it's just Xyp9x with an AK-47 as the sole rifle. You have light armor and upgraded pistols on the rest to mount whatever they can.
Not to start too much speculation, but now you wonder if dupreeh hadn't got those rounds, would it have been 12-10 in favor of SK instead? It could have been quite a different game all of a sudden. What can Sip do with that one AK-47? We know he's very good. He's got a lot going for him, and he's playing a very centralized position here on the map. Still, it's quite a big ask. Mid-control, very hard for them to hold at the moment. They've got Glaive sort of peeking in there towards the connector, but at the moment, feels like SK are just firmly in control of this T side. It's so impressive.
They do have a really good understanding of where they can, how they can build upon successes from earlier in the half, how they can really manipulate the mind games they bring into it. So mid-control again, still no information. Dennis just now clearing out Palace. That's going to give the idea over that it's not going to be attacking the A bomb site. This is going to be a split towards B, and Zipnix with that AK-47 is rotating into the proper position. He's now arrived at the site. It's Dupree with the Deagle, who's going to have to try and hold off Catwalk. There's Zipnix with the opening kill. He's got to do more. That's Dupree with one. Unfortunately, Dupree falls eventually, but Zipnix is still here, reloading. Not a lot of time, and he's taken out eventually.
Oh, Kirby gets a headshot on Fallen. That makes it very interesting, but Glaive goes down. Still a 2-on-2. They double push Fur, and he's going to be dropped cold coming in. Perfect timing to get the kill. Saves it in a 1 versus 1. That was incredibly close. And Cold Zero with just excellent timing. 11-12. Almost back. Fallen has got 25 kills. Oh, my God.
Yeah, this has been stunning, and Cold Zero is 11-15. He's had a quiet game, but that's a big final kill to get. Regardless, Astralis, this is a huge buy. This could dictate who's going to have the lead going into the end of this map. 5 M4s. They relied on the double op earlier, but didn't get what they wanted. They've switched to an all M4. They have every single piece of utility they could ask for. Dennis and Dupree in connector.
Crowd trying to cheer the home team back on track. They might just need that right about now. Losing so many rounds in a row. SK Gaming doing an amazing job here. Let's see if Fallen can continue. This is sort of some vintage Fallen coming out. He used to do this all the time in the past, where he would just carry his team back to victory whenever anything was missing. He would be the guy to look for. It looks like another crunch on the A-bomb side here.
Well, Cold Zero is going to turn into a lurker. He's there to cut off rotations, to kind of pounce. If Astralis are heavily defending this site, if they're being aggressive through the smoke, that'll open up a lot of space for Cold Zero to move in middle. Here comes the hit. Kirby. Oh, that's a nicely timed smoke. That could be brutal for SK. They're going to go through it, I think, waiting for the flashbangs. Kirby's blind, looking into the wall. There's one. He's trying to double up and get two, which he grabs. Huge defense early, but it's not over just yet. Trying to survive, but Bolts is doing work. There's Dupree finding Cold Zero. Into a 2-on-2. They've done so well, but they need to close this out.
Yeah, it's not done yet. Jump in from Fallen. Sip playing towards the CT spawn. There's only 17 seconds. One mistake here from SK Gaming could cost them so much. Bomb goes down. 2 versus 2 and everything on the line. There is kit on everyone here on the Astralis side. They can go for the quick defuse. Dupree making its way up, unable to see anyone he spots. Fallen jumping right in front. The communication on point, but that AWP on the other side, Fallen, he has been an absolute terror in this second half. Gets close, he misses a shot. Fallen going to be going down, and now Bolts trapped in the corner alone with the AK-47. Grenade is in once. Have they spotted him yet? I'm not sure they know where he is. There's the peak coming in. Sip will take him down. And finally, Astralis break the incredible streak out of SK Gaming and bring it up to 13 rounds. It's not enough, Moses. They need to do more, a lot more.
We mentioned there was an economy built up on SK Gaming that, like, you wouldn't believe. They've still got plenty of money for whatever, even after this buy that they've invested. Zipnix, you can just see how nervous he perhaps was. You can hear that scope on the other side, but you never know which direction it's looking. Molotov's out to slow down any kind of a fast hit. And at least forces Cold Zero to be passive. It's Dupree with this angle. This is the one normally liked by Fallen. Let's see if Dupree can do it justice.
Yeah, but there's one right in front of him. Cold is right on the other side. If he misses a shot, even if he gets a shot on Taco, he could still be traded very quickly. My God, this is incredibly high risk right now.
Dupree's the only player at this A site. If he for some reason falls, Dennis and Glaive don't have an avenue to really hold off the hit. This round is so tense at the moment. This battle dictates a lot.
You've got to imagine right now, Cold is just thinking about the timing. He wants to get it perfect. Oh my God, what a flip coming out. Taking down Cold Zero. Dupree, even more. Dropping Fallen. Taco finally with a refrag, and Bolts to follow it up. Taking down Glaive. It's not done yet. 3 on 3, but now the attack has been launched on the A side. Dennis getting a headshot, taking down for 45 seconds here, and Taco with the bomb, trying to make the jump over. He fails that. Can they make this one work? Taco and Bolt. So much on the line. They've done an incredible job here in the second half, but Astralis, they've got a grip on this round, and they don't want to let go of it either. Grenades being exchanged. How do they get the bomb plant? Only a couple of seconds left, 24 in fact. And Taco getting shot in the face. He's going to fake the plant just a little bit, but he goes down to Sip, leaving Bolts all alone, and Sip with a jump to take him down. 14 rounds for Astralis here. And Dupree with an absolutely nuts opening.
I don't know how Dupree has done this, but what a time he's chosen to be a dominant force. He's been magnificent. What a dangerous situation to be in for him to come out on top. And finally, the spell is broken. Astralis has strung 2 together. Tactical timeout from SK Gaming at 14-11. Astralis were looking dead in the water, but they've been revitalized. Zipnik's here just playing a great game where he's just being difficult to hit, difficult to strike, and eventually at the end just taking the round in his hands and getting both of those final kills. SK Gaming, they need to go back to what they did earlier on the half. They need to go off mid-control because Astralis never proved that they could stop it. They never proved that they can. You could see this previous round, Dupree alone with the AWP at A, and there was 3 players paying attention to mid, waiting for a time to pounce to attack because they're so worried about that mid-control.
Well, mid-control is what you asked for, Moses, and I think that's exactly what you're going to get. 3, in fact, 4 members of SK already pushed up. This is so quick. Are they going to be ready for it, Astralis? Will they realize in time that they're already in the connector? Fur. This is one of the reasons why he's so hard to play against. And Cole on the other side. I mean, if Astralis can hold this back, that's going to be almost a miracle. They're so deep on the map, but the timing, falling off the ladder. Sip, it couldn't have been better. Cold, almost no chance at all, but what a jump on Fallen, taking him down. And now the AWP in play, he knows it, and he's going to have to back off.
And he's called out to Fur. Fur's already moved up connector. Fallen says, I've got him pinned in. You can make your way up. That's a great adjustment of position from Glaive, but he can't win it. This is brilliance from SK. Bolt's now coming to the A bomb site. Taco's fallen back from B. He's going to grab the bomb on his way. And Astralis, because of Fallen's presence on Catwalk, they don't know where the end game is yet. Because of Fur's position, they know they can't rotate to certain positions, and KRB somehow clears him out. Huge kill, but still a lot of pressure on Dennis.
He has to stay alive, and he has to buy a lot of time here. 35 seconds. This may go down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. 3 on 3, 30 seconds. SK Gaming need this round desperately for the money, for the rounds, for everything that's on the line here in map number 1 of the grand finals. And let's see if they can make it happen. Taco moving up in position, the boost, unable to spot him and covering in the middle. What a great play, but Dupree sneaking in to take the kill on Taco. Fallen there with a refrag. Still a 2-on-2. Now the bomb is down though, and it's looking good for SK Gaming.
How does Astralis play this? They have no utility. KRB's rotated back. I think they're still moving forward. Fallen's going to change his position, so this could catch Astralis off guard. Both SK players on the A ramp. There's KRB, and he finds the opening kill. Turns around looking for Fallen, but he's not there. Here's the peek with the AWP. Now, oh, he misses it. Uncharacteristic, and that might be it. The kid is in, the defuse is on. It's a 10-second, and he's not going to find it. KRB, the heroics pushing forward.
After dragging his team that far back into the game, one missed shot might have just changed everything here. Astralis now at map point, 15-11. The money for SK, at least they can still buy. That would have been probably the most heartbreaking situation of all. Yes.
Oh, Fallen, he's at 27 and 17, but he'll be remembering that miss. That's brutal. 15-11, Astralis, 4 map points.
And you saw the choice that he made at the end as well, saying, listen, I have to go for the guy defusing. Yep. Almost got it.
That's the crazy thing, is KRB had the kit. That was a 10-second defuse.
$15-11. Let's see what we can get here. SK Gaming said it earlier, never count them out. They've done such a good job here on the T side. They've had excellent mid-control.
That's the thing. That round they go back to it and look at how dangerous it becomes. Look at how much success they're having onto it. They're going to go back into it this time. Astralis wants to challenge more effectively right up mid. They want to end this here and now. Great flashbang. Zitnix gets 1 and 2. Even trades, but Zitnix wins out in the end. There's Glaive as well. Bolts is alone in a 1 versus 3. Astralis, that might have been the dagger for this opening map.
A soul-crushing flashbang that just flashes the whole SK team, and Sip cleans it up with an incredible triple spray down. Now it's all on Bolts here, 1 versus 3 for map number 1 to try and hold on to it. They know where he is. The bomb is at top mid. He's in so much trouble. The only thing that's working for him right now is the fact that he has over a minute.
That's not a great advantage. If that's the only one you've got, that doesn't say much. The crowd looking for the end of this match, and they're gonna get it. Zitnix puts Astralis up 1-0, and Dupree gets a hug from the coach because, good Lord, what an unbelievable performance from Dupree in this game.
A ridiculous first map here at the Grand Finals of the Blast Pro Series, and it is only map number 1. There's still more to come, and it's going to be incredible. But 16-11 SK, they fought so hard. Just one more round, they could have broken it. Dupree with the ridiculous clutches, and then Fallen coming up with just a vintage performance.
Yes, it really was. And I mean, the tactical side out of SK as well, extremely impressive on that T side. Just so difficult to make that comeback happen. Regardless, the guys on the analyst desk want to talk it over, so we're going to send it over to them.